full throttle. Hello everyone, today we are going to review Dodge Charger. I have driven the first 5,000 kilometers, so I had it enough to talk about its features. So let's start by the outside look of it. So we'll talk about some pros and cons of this car, and I will be very honest with you. So we'll start with some of the pros. I really like the outside look of the car. It is really aggressive looking car. And it has 3.6 liter engine, so this is like the weaker version of it. They have the more powerful one as well. So like I said, the look of it, the ground clearance also is very good for a sports car, as you can see. So you will not have any problem with it. At the front, again, this aggressive look, and here you have air intake for the engine. So let's look how the engine looks. Like I said, it is 3.6 V6 engine. This one is of course made in US, and the engine, it's pretty powerful, but unfortunately due to heaviness of the car you cannot feel that kick. So I raced it against the Mercedes C300, which has 2.0 turbo engine, and somewhere until 120 kilometers per hour Mercedes is indeed faster than this one, which has way more powerful engine. So if you are looking for that kick down, I advise you to go for that more powerful 6.4 engine, but then of course be ready for a terrible fuel consumption. Now, talking about the fuel consumption, I will show you what is advertised here. It is advertised as 12.7, which is very far from what I'm getting so far. I was able to get somewhere around 10, but now it dropped around 7. So let me show you that. As you can see here, it is the average is 7.1, which is pretty bad average, 7.1 kilometer per liter. So if you manage to get it around 10, that's I would say good, but 7.1 it's pretty bad. You can see with the full tank it's giving me range around 450 kilometers, while before it was showing around 500 to 600 kilometers for the full tank. And as you can see, that is the average also for all the driving I had so far. So now let's see about infotainment system, what it can offer you. As you can see from the outside, the car is really huge, but inside, due to these big heavy seats, you can see how thick they are. It looks like there is not enough space inside, but of course you have a lot of space on the front, and you can see at the back it's not that much, like if you have kids and this, but it is just enough space in the car, inside the car. Let's look at the trunk size now. So for the trunk, this is how you open it here on this button, and you can see here again there is plenty of space available. You can put a baby stroller if you are a family guy driving this car, so it is indeed more than enough space in the car. And there is the battery is here at the back, as well as the reserve tire. Another thing I like is also the unlocking of the car. You just put your hand here and then it will unlock, so you can enter if your key of course is with you. And inside, I must admit that inside I don't really like it, because I used to have 2013 Dodge Durango, which look exactly the same like more than 10 years ago. The steering wheel, this infotainment system, these buttons here, exactly everything the same. I cannot believe that they didn't advance anything into it. But speaking about the interior, there are some really nice features that I like. For example, this mute button here, the screen off immediately on one button. Everything is very accessible here, the most important features that you will need. This one, if you want to turn off the traction, This one, if you want to go to the sports mode, AC is very intuitive. So talking about these buttons, they are really useful, but like they did not change the look of them at all. That is what I don't like. So on the main screen you will have like a radio. You can connect Bluetooth with the car. So if you connect Bluetooth, it will be only for audio, but if you need navigation to show here Google Maps and the other apps from your phone, you need to connect it through the cable, which is also available. The climate control, it's very good, like you have a lot of options, and the AC is really powerful. You can also put vented seats as well as heated seats, heated wheel on this particular model, so it is really good. Like mirror dimmer as well is available, so a lot of options here. In the apps you have quite a lot of them. I will show you some of the performance controls later. Navigation is here available in this model as well. Like I said, you can connect a phone and you can play with these settings. So let me show you now this performance control, which offers like you can set up the drive mode of the car. So even if you are in the normal driving, you can set it up to be a bit more aggressive or something like that. Let's see what other options are there available. These performance pages where you can monitor the most important features of the car, such as coolant temperature, gear temperature, oil temperature, etc. You can put like here, you will have some timers, what is the fastest you achieve, like up to 100 kilometers and such a things. Again, more gadgets such as battery voltage, etc. G-force is the interesting one. You can monitor like when you pull the car or when you brake, what is the G-force you are getting. Engine, about the PSI of the oil, and all these interesting things that you can see here. But enough about the features. Let's now talk about the most important feature, and that is how it is to drive this Dodge Charger. So when it comes to the normal driving, it is pretty good. Like you have that nice feeling that you are driving a powerful car, but like I said, you will not get that kick. So if you press harder acceleration, you will not feel it that much, because this is very heavy car indeed. But talking about that, it gives it very good stability. So in the turnings you can do really hard. It will not struggle at all. Like in the curves, it will be very stable. But the most thing which is annoying me is this kick down. So you will see now, I press the gas. It's not that much. Like you would feel for 3.6 engine, it will give you a better, you know, and now it's a bit even downhill. So it looked like it give a bit, you know, but like let's try it on the start, and I will show you some of the more features. Like here we have a cruise control, which is very useful for the it's very easy to set it up here on the steering wheel. It is very useful for the highway, and I use it a lot. It is very intuitive, very easy to use, so that's very good. On the highway you can easily, like here we have maximum 140 kilometers per hour, and it's very stable. You can easily remove hands from your steering wheel on the highway. It will not move anyway because it's so heavy. Some other features that I like is that it has really good visibility for sports car. So you will have, like, you will not struggle to see even the back of your car, and like in the mirrors you have blind spot check. So all these things are there, which are very useful for driving. Now let's see maybe launch control, what you are mostly interested to see in this car. You can activate here, press brake and full throttle. So let's see how it goes now. You can see the speed, it's not that much, like you cannot really feel it. It is fast, you cannot say that it is not fast, but that speed, that kick down, you cannot feel that much, you know. So that's the main point I was talking about. But here it is in the sport mode. You can see that it is a bit more lively, and here talking about the curves, you see It's not moving at all like in these heavy curves. It's very stable car. Especially if you have good new tires, you don't have any problem. Now you will see on some of the speed bumps that it's really like does not have any issue. You can see here like there was a small speed bump. Now here again it will not have any issue at all. So I turned off the sport mode now so you can hear me better. You see here it is the speed bump. It does not have any issue at all, like what you would expect, you know, for the sport car to have issues, like you need to slow down on the speed bump and these things. Not this car, because like I said, it has good ground clearance, good stiff suspension, so you don't have any problem with the speed bumps, and it gives very good visibility, like you are not sitting that low like in some other sports cars. So yeah, these are some of the features I like and I don't like about this car, and then let me show you some of the shots from the highway as well, how stable it is. And then of course the rear wheel drive is fun for the roundabouts, but it's hard to do it with one hand, so let's see. This is the enjoyment of driving the rear wheel drive. It is never boring to go to work with this car. And you should never be late also with this car. As you can see on the highway, it is very good, it is very stable. You don't need even to hold your steering wheel, like it will go very straight. So it's very stable, not even wind can move it easily, because it's very wide car. So for the highway it's really enjoyable to drive it. It's very safe. Although one disadvantage on the highway is that it does not have adaptive cruise control. So if anyone is in front of you, it will not readjust the speed. You need to cancel or reduce your cruise control. So you need to follow the traffic all the time. So that's a bit unforgivable for 2023 model, that it does not have adaptive cruise control. Another very useful feature is the reverse camera. So it is pretty good quality. It can help you assist you with the parking. But for example, let's say these newer cars, they have this self-parking like these German cars for these newer models, and like this one does not have at all such a features. But like for a good driver, reverse camera and parking sensors are more than enough. It's basically the signature of this car, and let me show you how it looks on another color. Here you can see how it looks on this gray color. So this is another color. Mine one is also gray. So but which one? Let me know in the comments below which one you like more, this gray color or this one, which is a bit more dark one, but again gray color of the Dodge Charger. Of course, what I like is the nice headlights, and of course the most unique thing about this car is the backlights of the car. As you can see, they are really unique. Another nice feature is the sunroof, of course. So it has it, but as you can see, it is this small sunroof. It's not full panoramic sunroof. So that's again one thing that they could indeed improve more in these 10 years. The engine sound is not that bad, but you would expect more from 3.6 liter engine. Of course, when in neutral or parking, it has soft limiter on 4000 RPMs. And that will be all for this video. I hope you liked the review after 5,000 kilometers, and it helped you make decision should you buy this Dodge Charger or no. And until next time, assalamu alaikum, may peace be upon you.